back for another stock review, and this time we have Tractor Supply Company, or TSCO is the ticker. So I'm going to introduce my system to you. It's been a while since I've posted one of these, so let's go over how I find great stock picks again. So the first question I ask myself is, do I understand the company, and is it a monopoly, industry dominator, or on trend? Are the 5-year, 1-year, and 3-month charts all up? Our revenue and gross profit on the financial statements up year over year? Do institutions love this stock? And bonus, does it pay a dividend? Okay, so this is going to be fun. I loved going through this process. And yeah, 5-year chart is up 197%. I want to highlight something to you today, and that is that the Dow is down 570 points. We are going through some Trump corrections right now. We are having some tariffs being talked about, and that is really spooking the markets right now. So I want to go forward with that in view and in this context of reviewing this stock as well. So we've got the 1-year chart up. We started back at 49 and now it's going to 54, but it has gone as high as 60. So that's cool. And then the 1 month. So this is impressive that this stock is still up a month later, because as I'm looking broadly across the market right now, a lot of stocks are down on their 1 month. So it's so nice when you see this. This is actually the market telling you, and the institutions telling you, hey, we like holding on to this stock. We think it's a good hold. We're not selling yet. We're going to sell out of some of our other positions, like these guys over here. All right, but we're not really going to be selling out of Tractor Supply Company. We don't want to. That's amazing. So the charts are all up, okay? Now let's go back and see that we can answer the question of, do I understand this company? Is it an industry dominator? I mean, I understand this company. I've been there. I grew up in the countryside in Iowa when I was a little kid, and we often sort of go off and go camping in places like Wisconsin and stuff like that, and I have the opportunity to go into a Tractor Supply Company. They sell everything from chicken feed to fishing poles to overalls to Carhartt brand stuff to anything that you could really use for like camping, farm life, country life, and it goes even beyond that. There's even like some grocery staples and things like that in there. So it is a very popular chain out in more rural parts of the United States. Okay, so it is a good brand. There are people that absolutely love this brand. If you're from the city, you may have never seen one before, don't really know they exist, but you know, there is a life outside of the city, and this is a popular brand. I don't tend to see it though, even in mid-sized cities. Like, I grew up in Dubuque, Iowa. We didn't have one there, but there are some that are more in smaller markets, like say in other parts of Iowa. So it is a big box store that is located in rural locations. Okay, and then the next thing that we're going to want to figure out is, are the gross profit and the revenue up on the financial statements? So let's look. I'm assuming they would be based on how we see this. Okay, so this is going up. So the total revenue, 12.7, 1402, 14.5, 14.83. See how stable this is? It's really too soon in the year, since it's only March, to get this other number here. So I wouldn't go in this column and consider that. I would towards the end of the year, okay? If it was towards the end of this year of 2025, I would look at that more. But since it's the beginning of the year, I don't think they have a projection on that yet. And then we just look at how much money they're keeping for the gross profit of that revenue that they're taking in. We got 4.4, 4.9, 5.2, 5.396. So they have a really stable pattern of growth here. And, you know, institutions love that. Institutions love that kind of action in the stock, that they, and that kind of ability of a company to do that, okay? And so institutions will love that. And the reason that you know the institutions love it, without me even having to go to look at the institutional ownership here, is the fact that the stock is consistently rising on the 5-year, 1-year, and 3-month charts. Because it is, that shows me institutions are buying it. So I don't really have to do any more research on that. So I skipped that step, okay? If the stock wasn't going up, I could look at institutional ownership, but it wouldn't help me because I still wouldn't buy, if that answers that question for you. And then bonus, does it pay a dividend? It sure does. And that is one of the reasons that you are seeing So the dividend yield, it says forward dividend and yield 0.92 or 1.67%. And so the reason that this stock is holding on to more value, why other companies are not, part of that reason is because it has a dividend. And that's something that I've just learned over time. And as you become more familiar with markets and familiar with how institutions trade and what they like to hold on to and what they like to get rid of, you will find that a dividend is really an insurance policy that you have as a retail trader, that your stock isn't going to drop as quickly most of the time than the ones that don't have a dividend. So here we have a review of Tractor Supply Company. I would buy this stock. I would trade this stock myself. Whether you do or not is up to you.